Stage 2 of the 22nd edition of LTDL2017 would take the riders 208.1 kilometers from Jerte to Greek to King of the Mountains along the route with 74 kilometers to go and 34 kilometers to go. But before they got to that point, the riders would have to tackle the 3 intermediate sprints along the route. Going into the stage, Scott Sunderland of ISOA Swiss Wellness was leading Ryan Gibbons of Dimension Data by 4 seconds, with Nicola Marini of Nipovini Fantini third at 6 seconds. Fourth was Jakob Mareshko at 10 seconds, along with Travis McCabe, Marco Benfato, Shiki Kuruda, Yevgeny Gidic, with a 14-second gap back to Fushong Saludomsin and Enrico Barban. As the riders got underway, there was a crash early on involving Harif of the Terengano team and Filippo Pozzato. Pozzato would regain the peloton, but after crashing on stage 1, that would be enough for Harry to retire from the race. As they came to the first intermediate sprint of the day at 28 kilometers covered, it was the rider in the points jersey, Ryan Gibbons of Dimension Data, that crossed the line first to take the 5 points, ahead of Izat of Terengano, Enrico Barban of Bardiani, and Anwar Manan of Terengano. The riders then pressed on, the peloton keeping a very high pace. 49 kilometers would be covered in the first hour as they came towards sprint 2 at 65.9 kilometers. The lead out on the front was involving the Villa Triestina team, and it would be Alberto Cecchin that came across the line first, with Adrian Nionshuti of Dimension Data crossing the line in second place, with Amir Kamal in third and Jacques Jansi van Rensburg in fourth place. The riders were pedaling through the beautiful countryside and heading towards the Royal Belém State National Park. But before they got to the climb, the third intermediate sprint at 78 kilometers, and once again it was Alberto Cecchin that took a glance back over his shoulder to take victory in that sprint, once again ahead of the Malaysian rider Amir Kamal, with Sumbuk Park in third and Jacques Jansi van Rensburg once again in fourth place. The riders would then tackle the 46-kilometer climb up to Titiwangsa, which should take the riders to 1,024 meters above sea level. After many breakaways, it was Lo Si Kong and John Ebsen that went clear on the climb briefly, and then John Ebsen of Denmark and the Infinite AIS team pressing on alone in search of the stage victory and to try and gain back the 1 minute and 27 seconds he lost in a crash on the opening stage of the Tour de Langkawi. John Ebsen, who's previously finished in the top 10 in the Tour de Langkawi, is a known climber and a very popular rider in this race. Lo Si Kyong, the Malaysian rider, who's now riding for the Thai Continental team, so searching for the stage victory that has so far eluded him in his career and never one to sit back. He was on the attack once again. As they came towards the summit, with Malaysia on one side and Thailand on the other side, John Ebsen could see the summit with 150 meters to go, and taking maximum points over the Category 1 climb would make John Ebsen leapfrog most of the riders in the competition and put him into second place before he started the descent and headed towards the final Category 3 climb of the day. So John Ebsen took maximum points ahead of Nicolo Pacinotti, with Wilmar Paredes in third and Ben O'Connor of Dimension Data sweeping up the 1 point in fourth place. The only World Tour team in the race, Dimension Data, were looking to exert their authority over the front of the peloton, and all of the team, all 6 riders, had made it into the peloton, the 50 riders that remained. Once again, on the attack, John Ebsen went clear once again. This time he was joined by Tanner Putt of United Healthcare and Nicolo Pacinotti of the Bardiani CSF team. The pace set by John Ebsen was too hot for his two breakaway companions, and the Dane sprinted clear once again, looking for maximum points in the King of the Mountains competition, and once again searching for time to try and go all the way to the finish. On the front of the peloton, Dimension Data very much in control of affairs, and Ryan Gibbons, the fast finishing South African, was looking for a stage victory and potentially the yellow jersey at the end of the race. The man sitting in third wheel in the turquoise sprints leaders jersey. The peloton swept up Tanner Putt, but ahead John Ebsen pressed on alone and was looking for maximum points once again at the top of the category 3 climb. Took a glance back over his shoulder just to make sure that he was safe, as riders were chasing back up towards him. So on this occasion it looked like he was going to be caught and the stage victory was going to elude him. But as he crossed the summits, he punched the air with delight. He knew that he had the lead in the King of the Mountains competition, and he now takes the lead with 15 points ahead of Lo Si Gong, with Jaramillo in third with 10 points, and Wilmar Paredes of Manzano Postobon in fourth. With 10 kilometers to go, Jesse James Hewitt of the 711 road bike team from the Philippines was the next to try his hand, but with a very fast run in towards the finish, to find some incredible speed to hold off a charging peloton led both by Dimension Data and the United Healthcare team. For United Healthcare, they were looking to try and deliver Travis McCabe to the line. Already a winner this season in the Herald Sun Tour, comes into the Tour de Langkawi with some great sprint legs, and it was the blue train that led out with McCabe just in front of Gibbons, with Filippo Pozzato of Villa Triestina looking to try and take a stage win on a stage that he had targeted from the start of the race. The final lead-out man for the United Healthcare team would swing off, and McCabe would make his move, but challenged on the right by Pozzato and on his left by Ryan Gibbons. In the end, a very fast lunge to the line, and it was a victory for Travis McCabe, with Filippo Pozzato in second and Ryan Gibbons in third. The 1, 2, 3 on the stage: Travis McCabe from Arizona from United Healthcare, Filippo Pozzato from Villa Triestina, and Ryan Gibbons from